Life is a sell, and you have to be able to go through life and permanently sell yourself and your capabilities to other people. That's absolutely true. If you can't sell, you can't do anything. The thing about fitness and strength is that it ties back into the other things we're saying, because it's the ultimate sell. Like, there's not a woman alive who doesn't want a strong man. And then also, by extension, there's not a man alive who doesn't want a friend who can fight. There's not a man alive who doesn't want a man who they know can throw hands.
Exactly.
That's the kind of friend you want. So like, and the reason it's the best sell is because fitness and strength is probably one of the few things left on the planet you can't buy. You can buy love.
You can't.
You can pretend, you can buy enough love for it to look like you have love.
Yeah.
You get attention from Instagram.
That's right. Yeah, exactly. You can do all that, but you can't fake being in shape.
Yeah.
No. You can go get the surgeries that doesn't look right yet. We're still in that period where if you're built like a tank, you're like, okay, he must be at least dedicated.
At least
He's dedicated. At least he's disciplined.
He could be dumb. He could be broke.
But he's dedicated. He is disciplined.
Exactly.
I'll tell you right now, if someone comes here to pitch me or try and convince me to do anything, and they're fat, I look at them like, You can't control cake in your mouth, but I have to give you how much? 300 G's. Exactly. I'm telling you. Real shit. Let's think about our brands and all of us online. If I was out of shape saying the same things I'm saying, would anyone listen?
No chance.
They wouldn't. They look and go, Tate's 38 and he still looks like a f***ing tank, and he says he works hard. He must work hard. He must do it. And, I mean, obviously, I'm not saying that a guy with muscles will never snake you, but it shows they respect themselves. And if they respect themselves, they probably have respect to a degree on their name. And they don't want to be known as a complete scammer because they have some self-respect. And they're dedicated, and they can show they're dedicated, and they can apply themselves. You add all these things together, it's simply easier to trust a guy who's in shape than a fat.
And you're right.
It's just easier to trust them.
Yeah.
It's
It's not trying to say they won't snake you, but it's a very good first step.
And if you can sell, you can do anything. Like the number of business ideas I get sent my way. People go, I have this fantastic product. I have glasses. And you just have to sell it. And I'm like, that's all the work. You want to be 50-50 because you can provide me glasses and I sell it. But what's a better position to be in? Me being able to sell glasses and not having glasses, so I have to go find some, or you having a flood of glasses nobody wants. So now I can sell glasses. I don't need you because there's a million of glasses and there's one guy who can sell them. I can find glasses.
Cut them in one.
But you can't find a man who can make people want the glasses. And as a man, you're going through life trying to sell yourself to everybody. You have to sell yourself to people you want to do business with. Everything's a sell. You have to sell yourself to the man you want to fight. He has to believe that you're not afraid and that you're capable. It's a sell. Everything's a sell. You have to come. Like Usyk's superpower is that he pretends he's crazy. He ain't crazy, but you're trying to intimidate a man who's like, he's lost his mind.
I am fear.
He deliberately likes to look nuts. That's his sell. So you have to have a sell in life. And then you talk about how do you have a reputable brand. Well, that's why you go to the gym and get big and strong. That's why you have a nice car. That's why you wear bling, whatever it is, so that people go, okay, he knows something about something. So when he's telling me something about something, maybe he knows something. That's right. So life is a salesman. You're right. It's amazing how often people go through life not understanding that everything is a perma-sell. And when you sell something, we can analyze those people who tried to make me buy the glass. When you sell something to somebody, you have to offer value in exchange for their value. A lot of people don't offer value, which is why the begging doesn't work. Give me this, I'm a nobody with nothing to give you. Well, how does that work?
How does that
function? Yeah. How do you get a woman to like you? If you like me, you get all these things. Yeah, life's a value exchange. Yeah, you have to sell yourself with everybody all the time. That's what you should do. In fact, you'll notice this because the best salesman I ever knew, and I'm from a different generation, I'm old, but like salesmen, like Windows salesmen or salesmen, phone salesmen used to call people up. They couldn't speak to a girl without flirting because all they knew was how to sell. When they spoke, they were trying to pitch someone for something, even if she was ugly. I'd be like, "Why are you even doing that? Talking to her?" It's like, "Well, I'm talking, so I may as well make her want me." I just talk. I'm just that guy. I just talk.
He's just gonna sell.
He just sells himself all of the time. And you're right. That's a really important thing. A lot of people in the world don't understand it today, and it's because some businesses change. You can get through crypto and make some money without ever selling yourself. But if you want to sell a project, you have to make people believe in it. So yeah, life's a sell. It always has been. It always will be. Everything's a sell all of the time. It's super important. And the saying is very simple, is that everything's a sell. And it's completely true, especially in a disadvantageous position. That's when everything's a sell even more. People say to me, but how would you sell this negative? Or how would you sell that negative? And my answer is, if it's a negative, it's even more important that you sell it.
Yeah, of course.
You could take the biggest negative in the world. You could last 2 pumps in bed. right? Worst negative. But if you're gonna sit there and say to the girl, "Oh well, just warning you, I'm only 2 pumps in bed," blah, blah, you're never gonna last. You have to put a sell on it.
Yeah.
You say, "Bitch, I'm busy. I'm making money.
Wait, I
ain't got time. I'm gonna fill you up and I'm back to work. I ain't got time for this. I got stuff to do. It's a bus. Go. I'm getting rich.
One more time.
She'll be like, he's the man.
I'm here for a good time, not a long time.
That's right.
Yeah, I get it.
Everything in life is a sell. And we made it very clear, all the advantages of those things. You have to put a sell on everything all of the time. If you have a girlfriend and you lose all your money and you say to your girlfriend, I'm broke now, she's going to leave. Do you say, look, something fantastic's happened. I put all this money into all these projects. They haven't paid off yet. Now we're going to have to live Spartan for a little while, but this is important because when it pulls off, we're going to appreciate how rich we became. Because now we're going to live Spartan for a couple years, then we're going to be f***ing rich. Put a sell on it. You lost all your money on a meme coin. It doesn't matter. You got to put a sell on it. But that people don't do that. They just sit there and go, I lost everything. Feel sorry for me.
Feel sorry for me is
and then she ends up trusting. And it's going to get harder and harder for anyone out there who's not prepared to compete. Because it's a competition. Everything in life, every single day, as a man, is a competition. Why am I still working all day, every day? Because I want to win all of the time. And even more importantly than win, I want everyone else to lose. It's having a brotherhood and people around you who are going to constantly push you and remind you of the fact that no matter how rich you think you are, you're not the richest.
Yep.
Bro, Elon's still trying to get richer.
Yeah, bro.
Imagine Elon Musk is waking up each day trying to get richer, and you aren't trying. Make that make sense to me.
Bro, yeah.
You have to be the kind of person who tries. And then, this is something I was thinking about the other day. It's actually funny when you talk to most men about, their ailments or what's stopping them getting ahead. It's what they think in their mind. And I sit and say, so a thought that you created beats you? Like you're struggling with a thought that you made. Think about that. You're not in a trench in Ukraine. You're at home struggling with your own head for a thought that you made up, and now it whooped your ass. Yeah. Bro, think about that. I'm gonna think of a thought, and then it's gonna control me and wreck my life. Fuck the win. You have to lose. That's where the joy is. The joy's not in my winning. The joy's at looking at the man I beat, knowing he lost.
Yeah.
That because the loss always hurts more than the win feels good to the winner. The emotional spike of winning doesn't compete to the emotional devastation of losing.
Yeah.
So that's how you gotta go, all right, I don't give a about the win, I'll be happy if I win. No. He has to lose in front of his wife, his kids, everyone who came here to see. Everybody who believed in him has to watch him lose. Because I did it. And that's the joy of it. And that's why people like Elon, that's why all the winners of the world are still trying to get rich. It's funny, a lot of people go through life not viewing it as a competition, whereas that's how I view life all of the time.
It is.
If I drive down the street, I'm looking around, there better not be a car sexier than mine. I better have the baddest whip. I better have the baddest bitch and the baddest whip. Otherwise I get mad.
That must be different. You gotta buy that one.
Yeah, if something comes up next to me, I'm like, that maybe some people might think that one's as good as, not even better. As good as. Nah, carbon fiber everything, gold plate mine. I have to do something because everything is a permanent competition all of the time. That's the masculine realm. It always has been endless competition. That's all it's ever going to be. If you're competing with every other man on earth and you're the kind of person who only acts when they're motivated, you're going to always permanently lose against the men who act when they're not motivated because they're going to act more often than you.
Yeah.
So it's like as soon as you say I'm the kind of person who needs motivation, what you're saying is I'm a loser.
Yeah.
And I've lost.
It's like when you don't want to train, when you don't feel like training,
that's when you have to train
anyway. That's when you have to train.
That's right. And it's compounding interest. If you have a guy who goes to the gym and tries 70% every day, as opposed to a guy who goes gym and tries 100% when he feels like it, the 70% guy's in shape.
The 50% guy's in shape.
The 100% guy ain't.
Yeah.
And that's the bottom line. You're never going to feel like doing the things you're supposed to do. That whole mind frame is the wrong frame to look at it. You need to make a list of things that you must do and you need to do them anyway. And that's how you become a winner in this global, never-ending, permanent competition.
Strap in and get ready for a reality check that'll hit you like a freight train. Top G style. Life is a relentless sales pitch, and if you ain't selling yourself, your strength, your hustle, your vision every damn day, you're losing. The last segment laid it down. Everything's a sell, and fitness is the ultimate proof you can't fake. A jacked physique screams discipline, dedication, respect. It's the one thing money can't buy, the one thing that sets you apart in a world full of posers. Now, we're taking this to the next level, diving deeper into the masculine arena, where competition never sleeps, where excuses are death, and where winners don't just play the game, they dominate it. If you're ready to stop being a nobody and start being a legend, smash that subscribe button and let's forge a life that makes the world bow. The masculine world is a coliseum, and you're in the ring every single second. You're not just selling yourself to women, to business partners, to fighters. You're selling yourself to the universe. Every move you make, every word you speak, every rep you push is a pitch. I'm the man who gets it done. And the universe, it's a brutal judge. It doesn't care about your feelings, your motivation, or your sob story. It rewards the guy who shows up, who fights, who wins. The last part hit on fitness as the ultimate sell, and that's fire. But let's go broader. Strength isn't just muscle sits, mental, financial, spiritual. You gotta sell your whole package. A man who's unbreakable, undeniable, unstoppable, anything less, and you're just another loser in the crowd. Let's talk about why most guys fail at this. They think selling is slimy, like they're hawking used cars. Wrong. Selling is power. Selling is convincing the world you're worth betting on. I learned this at 23, pitching my first business deal. I was broke, in a cheap suit, but I walked into that room like I owned it. I sold my vision confidence, hustle, results. They didn't see my empty bank account. They saw a man who believed in himself. I closed a $50,000 deal that day, and it changed my life. That's what selling does. It opens doors, builds empires, gets you the girl, the car, the life. But most guys, they're too scared to sell. They mumble, they doubt, they shrink. And the world smells that weakness a mile away. Fitness is your foundation because it's the one sell nobody can fake. You can buy a Rolex, lease a Lambo, pay for Instagram followers, but you can't buy a chiseled physique. It's blood, sweat, and discipline. When I'm 38, still built like a tank, people don't just hear my words, they see my work. They know I walk the talk. If I was 300 pounds, preaching the same game, they'd laugh me off. Why? Because a fat guy can't sell discipline. He's already lost the battle with cake. I've had guys pitch me business ideas, standing there with a gut hanging over their belt, asking for $500,000. I'm like, bro, you can't control your fork, but you want my money? That's why you hit the gym not just for looks, but for credibility. A strong man sells trust, respect, reliability. A weak man sells nothing. But selling goes beyond the gym. It's how you carry yourself in every arena. Take fighting. I've stepped into rings with guys twice my size, but I sold them fear. My eyes, my stance, my words, I made them believe I was a savage who'd eat their soul. Half the battle was won before the bell. Same in business. I've closed deals with billionaires because I sold them confidence. I'm the guy who delivers. Same with women. You don't just tell her you're the man, you show her. Your walk, your talk, your hustles, all a pitch. I dated a model once, way out of my league on paper, but I sold her a vision. A life of adventure, security, dominance. She didn't care about my bank balance. She felt my strength. That's the sell. Now, let's get real about competition, because this is where the rubber meets the road. The last part said it. Life's a never-ending contest, and you're up against every other man on the planet. That car you want, someone else is gunning for it. That deal, that girl, that status, they're all on the table, and other guys are fighting for them. If you're sitting there thinking, I'll get mine someday, you're already dead. I learned this in kickboxing. At 25, I was up against a guy who'd knocked out 10 opponents. Everyone said I'd lose. But I saw it as a sale. I had to sell him doubt, sell the crowd my heart, sell myself victory. I trained like a demon, visualized every punch, and walked in like I was untouchable. I knocked him out in the second round. Why? Because I competed harder, sold better, wanted it more. Most guys don't get this. They're out here waiting for motivation to strike. Bro, motivation is a myth. It's a trap for losers. The last segment nailed it. If you only act when you feel like it, you're done. I don't feel like training at 5 a.m. I don't feel like working 18-hour days. I don't feel like studying markets when my eyes are burning, but I do it anyway. Why? Because I'm in a war, and the enemy doesn't take days off. You think Elon Musk waits for motivation? He's worth $400 billion, and he's still grinding harder than you. I saw a post on X yesterday, May 22, 2025, saying Elon's working 100-hour weeks on Mars projects. You're out here watching Netflix, and you think you're in the game? Wake up. Let's talk about the losers who hold you back. The last part touched on brotherhood, and it's critical. You need men around you who push you, who call you out, who sell you on being better. But most guys are surrounded by leeches friends who say, take it easy, you're fine, let's grab a beer. Those aren't brothers, they're anchors. I had a buddy, Mike, who was all talk. He'd say he wanted to start a business, but every night he was at the bar whining about the system. I gave him a plan: learn sales, network, hustle. He didn't do shit. By 30, he was still broke, still complaining. I cut him off. Why? Because losers drag you down. They sell you mediocrity, and if you buy it, you're done. Contrast that with my real brothers, like my training partner, Alex. He's a beast former Marine, runs a construction empire. When I'm slacking, he doesn't coddle me. He says, Tate, you're acting like a bitch. Get to work. That's brotherhood. It's not about feelings. It's about results. Alex sold me on greatness, and I sold it back. We pushed each other to millions, to shredded physiques, to lives most can't touch. Surround yourself with men who sell you ambition, who make you compete, who make you better. Anyone else? Ghost them. Now, let's talk about selling your negatives, because life ain't perfect. The last segment said it. Even your flaws need a spin. Lost your money? Don't cry about it. Sell it as a comeback story. I went broke at 27, blew $200,000 on a bad deal. Did I beg for pity? Hell no. I told my team, this is my Spartan phase. I'm building an empire from the dirt, and when it hits, we'll be legends. I sold the struggle, and they believed in me. 6 months later, I was back, closing bigger deals. Same with women. If you're not lasting long in bed, don't apologize, sell it. Baby, I'm a busy man, stacking millions. I'm here for a quick thrill, then back to the grind. Spin it, own it, win it. Every negative's a chance to sell your strength. This is where most guys crumble. They can't sell their failures. They let setbacks define them. I knew a guy, Sam, who lost his job and just gave up. He'd tell girls, yeah, I'm unemployed, life's tough. No wonder they ghosted him. Meanwhile, I met a dude, Carlos, who lost everything in a crypto crash. He didn't whine. He told people, I took a big swing, learned hard lessons, and now I'm building something unstoppable. He sold his loss as a badge of courage. Within a year, he had a new business, a hot girlfriend, and a penthouse. That's the difference. Sell your story, or someone else will sell you theirs. Competition never stops, and neither should you. The last segment said it, you're up against guys who act even when they're not motivated. That's the secret. I don't train because I'm pumped, I train because I have to. I don't work because it's fun, I work because I want to bury my rivals. Every day I'm selling myself to the world. I'm the baddest, the hardest, the best, and the world buys it because I back it up. I drive the sexiest car, wear the sharpest suits, live the biggest life. Why? Because I'm competing, and I'm not here to lose. Let's talk legacy, because this ain't just about you. You're selling a vision for your kids, your bloodline, your name. I want my son to look at me and see a king, not a quitter. Every rep I push, every deal I close is for him. Most guys don't get this. They're selling good enough to their families. That's not love, that's weakness. I saw a dad at the gym, out of shape, telling his kid, I'm too busy to train. Bro, you're selling your son mediocrity. Meanwhile, I'm there, shredded, showing my nephew how to deadlift 500 pounds. I'm selling him strength, pride, legacy. What are you selling yours? Here's a story to drive it home. At 29, I was pitching a real estate deal to a room of investors. I'd just come off a lost bad investment, down $100,000. They knew it. I could have played it safe, begged for trust. Instead, I sold them fire. I walked in, chest out, and said, I took a hit, but that's what warriors do. I'm back, sharper, hungrier, and this deal's gonna make us millions. They felt my energy, my conviction. I closed $2 million that day. Why? Because I sold my comeback, not my failure. That's what winners do. They sell the vision, no matter the odds. The world's getting tougher, and if you're not selling, you're sinking. X posts from last week, May 15, 2025, show crypto markets crashing, layoffs hitting tech, inflation spiking. The competition's fiercer than ever. Guys like me, we're thriving because we sell ourselves through chaos. You're out here waiting for stability. That's loser talk. Sell your hustle, your strength, your vision, and the world will pay you back. Stop, and you're just another victim. Here's the test. It's May 23, 2025, and the year's 40% gone. You said, 2025 is my year. Look around. Still broke? Still weak? Still invisible? That's because you're not selling. You're not competing. You're not trying. Get in the gym, build your body, build your brand, build your empire. Sell yourself to the world every damn day. The guys who win me, Elon, the top dog swear, selling 24/7s. We're not motivated, we're obsessed. Join us or get left behind. If you're ready to sell your way to the top, hit subscribe and let's dominate.